Hello everyone and welcome to another video here on our YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Meydan. I'm a finance professional and a fintech startup founder, and what we do here is use timing and pricing together to increase the odds of our trading. Now I'm going to do a weekly wrap up to see how timing and pricing went, and I've got some good news. We are going to, well, we've already started the software for calculating the swing days in advance. So once we finish that module, we're going to hop on to the timing of the day, and then we're going to hop on to the pricing for multiple platforms and see how that all goes. So in the interim, let's get a move on. Now, last week I wasn't here on Thursday, Friday because I was at a conference. So let's take a look. By the way, I've also put the whole month of June up here already in the members area, as you can see. All right, so here, if I just refresh this will all come back. And if I just do this as well, that should give us a hand. If I want to draw anything, we'll be on top of it. Okay, so there we go. So the swing days for last week was were 19th to the 23rd of May, were here, as you can see, gold, euro, dollar. We'll go over the swing days first, and then what we'll do is we'll go over the swing hours and see how everything panned out. And I'm going to put myself here. So these were the swing days for gold. Let's make me a little smaller. Let's push me to the top here, and let's bring this down. All right, so let's first go with the swing days. Gold, we said Monday, Thursday, Friday. So let's take a look at gold. Monday, that's your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Nice and easy. Okay, now remember, I put these targets up here before, 3,364. As you know, I'm getting most of our pricing from the PST. So once we've got the price targets, once we know where we're heading towards, that's basically it. So on Monday, I did say we're either going to go up or down here. So whatever the breakout direction is, that's the direction you need to go in at. As you can see, the market broke out here, and I did say we're going to break one way or another. And then once it broke out, as you can see, up onto Thursday, Friday, we're up there. So the swing days worked out lovely, as that is the low of the week. So if I go back onto Monday, all right, so where's Monday? This is Monday. Tuesday makes the same low at the weekly pivot. Okay, and we'll take a look at the trading hours later. Let's first take care of the swing days, and then we'll take a look at the others. Now, euro dollar, I said Monday or Tuesday. In fact, we had a trading on this one, didn't we? And then up onto Friday. Let's see, Monday, Tuesday, euro dollar. All right, beautiful. So Monday, Tuesday, and that's your Friday, going all the way into the high of the week from the low of the week. And I did say we need to go, we can push up with this one nice and easy. All right, as you can see, on Friday, it made the PST as well. If you're trading with the PST, you can follow it and you know where you're going. So that's nice to see. Let's take a look at SP 500. Now, SP 500, I said Monday and Wednesday. Also, we need to take a look at here with the others as well. With Dow Jones, I had Tuesday and Thursday. NASDAQ, I had Tuesday. So let's go one by one. And Bitcoin, I said Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, here we are. All right, so with Bitcoin, what did I say again? Monday, Thursday, Saturday. So that's Sunday, Saturday, Monday. Where is Monday? Let's do this. Okay. Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So that's your Monday. Market shot up. Now on Monday, I did say this is like tricky because I don't like to buy the highs, and we are at the highs there where the market sold off before. But the thing is, once it breaks out, that's your direction, obviously. Okay, so once you have a breakout, and I did say if it breaks out, the pullback, you can go back in. So that's Monday. It did make the low, and the market did break out. And then we said Bitcoin Thursday and Saturday. So Thursday, So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So market makes a high on Thursday, and that's and then it falls off into Saturday there. All right, we're still at that low, as you can see. Today is a Sunday. The market hasn't gone lower than Saturday, so that's fine. Okay, and look, it's bouncing off the PST level here again. Okay, let's take a look at the Dow now. Dow Jones swing day. With the Dow Jones, we had Tuesday, Thursday. Let's take a look at Tuesday, Thursday. Let's bring this down. That's your Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Bingo. Tuesday, market makes a high, falls all the way down. And then, what do I have? Thursday. Where's Thursday? Thursday, it falls down all the way into there. So that was basically it. Tuesday, Thursday makes a low. We would have still gone lower on Friday because of the gap. Okay, it didn't close the gap, but here on Friday it did close the gap. But this zone was a sell zone anyway. You guys know about it, so there's nothing new here. All good. NASDAQ, let's take a look at NASDAQ. All right, so with NASDAQ as well, we're like on Tuesday, I think we were looking to sell the highs as well. And that's your Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Beautiful. Where are you? So we only had one day on NASDAQ. That's your Tuesday. Going all the way down into Friday. The target's there. Let's take a look at the weekly targets. Weekly, it's gone to the red dotted line, 53. That is a price of 20,673. 20,673 is right there. Ladies and gentlemen, that's called targeting with PST. All right, so that's all good. Here we are. Now we're going to go and check out the swing hours, see how they panned out. Let's take us into, well, we'll stay here while we're doing NASDAQ. So, what are we going to do? Well, let's just do the hours for gold, euro, dollar, and SP, because the hours are the same for everything. Okay, so for example, if you get the swing hours of the day, you're going to get swing hours for Monday. All right, see, I've also made comments here, so I make comments. For example, if we're going to catch a trade at 725 here, right? 725 here. Then we've got an opportunity to continue to closing, right? So if I go on to gold, let's say, and I catch something 725 at a price. Now this is 725. Now why is this not a good spot? This is not a good spot to trade because we're not at a high, we're not at a low, all right? Why is this a good place to trade? Well, because we're at a high. Okay, because we want to trade at the highs and lows. Now remember, when we're using timing, we're using it with price. We're not just jumping into the trade because that's a trade hour. No, we're using price and time together to trade, and that's like spot on. And here, as you can see on Monday, nicely coming down. This is nothing to do here. We can't do anything here really, but it's kind of drifting into the closing there. These are Monday's trading hours for gold. Now remember, you will recall if you watched the videos for euro dollar as well, I was going in on the trade on that one. So that's your Monday. Remember, Monday, Tuesday, swing day. So Monday goes up into the trading hours, comes down, and then we had another trade here, as you'll recall. Okay, the second one got stopped out with a profit again. And that's your trading hour again, market pushing up, and then we're going into Wednesday. Then Thursday is a swing day. Let's take a look at Thursday to check the hours on Thursday. Because Thursday was a swing day for this one. All right, so I'm just going to put this here for a moment, okay, so I can just look at two screens at the same time. So on Thursday, we had 520 That's your 520. That's the high of the day right there. And then 10 o'clock. These are all UTC plus 3 my time, remember. 10 o'clock market falling down here. And then 220 to 230. 220. 220 is there. 230. 230 is there. Once again, market is at the high. And I had 345 as well. 345 is right there. So the market is just chucking a UE. Now, if you are following your trading, okay, because Thursday is a swing day and the market's up, right? So we're obviously looking for a retracement or a sell. So if we're at the tops, if we're at highs at trading hours, you can push it down, obviously. Let's see. I've said it should continue to 10 past 7 here. Okay, you can see it, right? It should continue to 10 past 7 and can either turn or push to 11 o'clock. So those little comments are very helpful because then you can check it out. See, let's see. 10 past, okay, so 10 past 7 is there. Okay, so the market is either going to turn or push through, and it's kind of pushed down, as you can see here, and then come back up to 11 o'clock is there. All right, so at the end of the day, though, this zone is still kind of like trading from the highs to the lows. Then on Friday, I've got, what do I have on Friday? Chop day. Have I done anything here? Okay, so let's take a look at Friday. So these are the swing hours for Friday. As you can see, there are no videos for Thursday, Friday. Like I said, I was away. 10:50, 11, 7:50. So 7:50 in the morning. 7:50 is on that bar. We're right at the edge. That's 7:50. 10:50, 11. 10:50, well, the market's just gone up, which is fine. 10:50, 11 is going to be there. Market here. Move can come around 12 and should continue to 4 o'clock. Market should, the move should come after 12. So this is 12 o'clock. The move is coming. Okay, so that's the breakout going up. And then should continue to 4 o'clock. Well, that didn't happen. The market went up and then it fell into 430, is in the middle of nowhere. It's not a high, it's not a low. All right. If it keeps going, it can target 10 to 11. So if it keeps going from here, going upwards, it can target 10, which is there. 11 is going to be there. All right, so that's the target zone. So the market did turn around from here, as you can see, going upwards, targeting that. This was a chop zone, obviously. Not a good place to trade. It's in the middle of nowhere here, but that was a resistance before. So if you sold here, you would have been stopped out here. Okay, but you should have targeted it with your PST. All right, the only place you could have targeted is 78. That was a price of 13.71. So on Friday, 13.71 was your sell price, which is there. All right, there, as you can see. Okay, and that's where the market sold off. Okay, and then went back into there for a retest. This is why PST, you need price and time together. You can't just trade anywhere, anyhow, anyway. Okay, so you got to just be smart about things. And targeting with price and not just hours. When I'm doing the wrap up, I'm mostly doing the timing because the pricing is on you. Or if you're using PST, just check the PST pricing, and that's basically it. Let's take a look at SP500. Now with SP500, we're going to have the same hours, obviously. The swing days were Monday and Wednesday. So that's your Wednesday. You can see that big fall. So let's take a look at Monday. So Monday, market buying exactly at trade hours. Okay, probably at our PST level. Let's take a look. Monday, and then that's your Monday there. Okay, so Monday actually makes a high as well. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that was last Friday. This is Monday, right? And then we've gone into all the way down into Wednesday. Then Wednesday was a sell-off as well, which is fine because when we're at the tops, we're obviously wanting to sell, right? So let's take a look at the 15-minute chart. Okay, so Monday going up into the sell zone. Wednesday, let's see what time this was. That would be interesting to see, wouldn't it? Did they sell at the hours that I calculated or not? $3.40, 6:30 to 7. Let's take a look on a Wednesday. 3:30. 3:30 is here. And then the other one is 6:30 to 7. 6:30. That's your 6:30. That's your 7 o'clock there. All right, so bingo. Right at the top, under the opening price, market selling off, trading hours, bingo. All right, so that's nice and easy there. We had 9 and 9:30 as well. 9 and 9:30. Yeah, not really anywhere of relevance, is it? No. And there's a gap here as well, so you wouldn't have really bought here at all. Okay, you might, would you have sold here? I wouldn't have sold here. Why? Because it's already sold down. Okay, I like to see a pullback to sell off. New York pushing it back up to where Asia sold at the trading hour, nice and easy, and then selling off right there. Now, if you sold here, you obviously need to put your stop loss above the high of Asia there. You need to anticipate stop sweeps, okay? But what you can do is simple. You got this hour zone here, right? If you know technical analysis, which obviously I should hope you do because you're trading, right? Then all you have to do is also say, okay, you know what? Let's do what it needs to do. Let the hours go by, and then let's enter the breakdown, okay? If you enter the breakdown, obviously you need to put your stop loss above that high, but if you sold on the white line around here, your stop loss should have been obviously just above here or above there, you know, above a recent high, so that's fine, okay? And then market going down into Thursday and Friday. The other swing day, SP 500, that was it, Monday, Wednesday, so nice and easy. All right, Wednesday market coming down, and that's all. What about Thursday trading hours? Let's take a look at Thursday, Friday trading hours. What do we have? We had 10 o'clock here in just London pre-trade session. That's your 10 o'clock there. 220, 230, 220. This is 220 to 230. Market selling off. Here. Market selling off. And then 345 market buying, I guess. 345 market buying to the upside. It should continue to 10 past 7. This is 10 past 7 there. Okay, so it came up to the weekly pivot. It can either turn or push to 11 o'clock. So it did make a bit of a turn. If you sold at the weekly pivot, that's right. It's okay to sell at the weekly pivot. You would have covered that trade because it's gone nicely in your favor there. That would have been covered. 10 past 7, where are you? 10 past 7. Well, that was 10 past 7. It can continue or turn, push to 11. This is 11:30 is here actually. For Thursday, I've said 11 o'clock. That's your 11 o'clock market pushed into there from the highs. Friday, let's see what the hours were. 10:50 to 10 past 11. I had 7:50 as well. 7:50. That's 7:50. Nothing relevant there. Now 10:50 to 11 is London. So that's nice. London 10.50.11. Market selling off. And then I've got 222.30. 220. Oh, look at that. 220 is on that bar, rockabye, all the way into there. And then I've got 345. That's going to be somewhere there, which is right on that bar. Market picking up. And going into on Friday, 4 o'clock. I've said 3:45, 4 o'clock. Yep. So that's 4 o'clock there. Wait a minute. That was Thursday's hours. This is not here. All right. So on Friday, 10:52. Okay, let's read that here so you guys can see it as well. Okay. Now, Friday, where are we? Here. 10:50 to 11. All right. Which is there. Move can come around 12 o'clock. So the move, when did it come? 12 o'clock, after 4 bars. That should be 12 o'clock there. So the move really did come in at 12 o'clock. As you can see, the market pushed down. Okay. What else did I say on Friday? And should continue to 4 o'clock. Well, that's exactly what happened, because this is your 4 o'clock. If it keeps going, it can target 10 o'clock. Well, instead, it turned around. Okay. And this is 11 o'clock there. All right. So from the turnaround, it went up into 10 o'clock. Where's 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock is going to be 4 bars that way. All right. 10 o'clock is there. So as you can see from there, it went into there. So knowing these hours are obviously a bonus for us, getting them, sorted out. Also, I posted these, as you can see. Let me show you. Last month. Okay, so you can see all of these were posted on the 20th of April 2025. All the swing hours of today, the swing days, and all of June, like I said, is already up and running here. You can check it out in the members area. So also, when you got swing days on Fridays, you can check out what's happening next week. So when next week opens up, whatever you're trading, you can see if you're going to buy, you're going to sell, and so on. But you can see it's just like beautiful trading. You just know what's going on. And the market pushing up, and until how far you're pushing up. I mean, if Monday, Tuesday is a turnaround day, and then your next swing day is coming up, like here on the euro dollar on Friday, okay, then you can pretty much push that into Friday, which the market has done. And obviously the PSD is going to give you pricing as well. So you can target what's going to happen on Friday, you can target Thursday, everything, whatever the swing day is. And then you got time and price on your side. And if you want to sell, if you want to buy at the targets, at the price levels, then you're obviously that's what you should be doing, because that's called time and price. Have a good weekend. I hope time and price is of interest, because we're pretty much timing the swing hours of the day. It's like very, very unique work indeed. You can read a lot about it on the GlobalTrader.Club website. Also, if you're interested in, I'll show you this as well. If you're interested in the fintech company, where are we? I thought we were here somewhere. Let's do this. All right, so there we go. All right, so this is the fintech company. You can also check it out and get some information. I've also put a bot on there as well for our algo team, because the algo team now, I've got an algo team working on a special project, and this isn't like other robots, because it's integrated with tight money management. So this is for the crypto markets though. Okay, so on top of the timing and pricing, which is actually the crucial stuff, because we want to know when to trade, what day the swing day or the breakout's going to happen, what hours of the day to trade. So all of that is going to be really important for us, but this is also a new kind of era for us. And here also at the bottom, you can read a bunch of stuff about the PST, how to trade, time and price, and so on. If you have any queries, you can send a message here or at the GlobalTrader.Club, as you can see here on our website too. You can look at the members area, GlobalTrader.Club, and check us out. Have a good week and a great start, and I hope you had a good weekend too, and all the best.